Hi everyone, welcome to the Graceful Skinny Vlogs. Today we're highlighting a special new toy, and we've got somebody who's pouting over here because I've taken it away so that I can actually do the review. So let's get this done so that a certain very excited 5-year-old can get back to playing her brand new game. This game is by the same people that made the Three Little Pigs game that we had in our pre-K set, and the Little Red game that we are working through now in kindergarten. And just like those two, this is another great, wonderful addition. And before I go any further, I do want to put out the disclaimer that Timberdoodle did partially compensate me for doing this review. However, that in no way biases me for this product. I have been wanting this since May, when I saw in the little advertisement in the Little Red that this was going to be coming out. I tried to buy it then, didn't realize that it wasn't out yet. And as soon as I saw that it was released, I was getting ready to purchase it for Christmas for my daughter when I was given the offer from Timberdoodle to do this review. So I was going to spend all my money on pay full price for this regardless. I was just going to wait for Black Friday, and I didn't need to because Timberdoodle was so gracious to join in for this review. So let me get into showing you what's here, and then a certain anxious little 5-year-old can have the game back because she's been loving playing with it. She's been loving the challenges. She's been loving just storytelling, even more than she did with the Three Little Pigs and the Little Red game. She's loving it she's almost using it like a little dollhouse, and she's been telling stories with it since I opened it up over an hour ago. One thing different than one of the first things I noticed when I opened the box, they have put in these little extra barriers to keep things from sliding around and to kind of give things a certain spot. I kind of like that a bit better. In the Little Red, I feel like it's a little hard to package everything back in there just right so this closes nicely. And I feel like this kind of helps things to close better. The first thing you get is Snow White's house. And just like in Snow White, just like in Little Red and the Three Little Pigs, where there's a daytime and a night side, a daytime side and a nighttime side to the challenge book, you have the same kind of deal here, except it's an interior side and an exterior side. The exterior side is the harder ones because that's when you start having windows open and some windows shut and not able to see as much. So you start with the inside where you can see all of the holes and where the pieces go and familiarize yourself with it. And once you get real confident with that side, then you flip it to the other side and do it with some of the doors shut. And like with the other two, they do get progressively harder and harder. And they start off pretty easy. Within 10 or 15 minutes of having it, she already had the first 5 challenges done. Like the other 2 books, it also comes with a cute, adorable little hardback comic book strip, like non-worded storybook. And then here are the little pieces. I will say, if you have babies in the house, it's been a while since I've had babies in the house. I might be slightly leery depending on what it is. This little dude seems just the right angle. If you've got one that likes to shove things up the nose, I can totally kind of see that possibly happening. I think it would stop at the hands though. But I could see this being potential issue for maybe the tiny babies. But even there, if there's an older sibling that's watching, I think these would be okay. That's my hand in judgment. If you're familiar with the other games, here's the square. Here's a challenge book. It's the same size as the Three Little Pigs challenge book and the Little Red challenge book, and you can see compared to that their size. 2 sets of them are linked. And they call these the twins. So the red pair and the blue pair are connected, and so they will always be adjoining. And then you've got the orange guy, a green guy, a purple guy. What's Snow White without the evil stepmother? And of course, Snow White herself. I will say, even though that there's a bow on there, I would be hard pressed to break it off. It all seems very sturdy together. And it all seems one hearty, solid piece. Just as good a quality as the Three Little Pigs and the Little Red. I am totally happy with it. And so the way it works is, for instance, with this first one, you would just snap those in, and then you'd see, oh, who's missing? Oh, well, Snow White would go there. So that's how that works. And yes, you may play with it now if you would like. So that's, careful. So that's how that works. And we are just having big fun with it. One of the things that my daughter has already mentioned that she likes is that when she puts the pieces in, they actually kind of snap in. And so, hold on, can I demonstrate for a second, sweetie? So now that they're locked into place, here, can you shake this so that we can show it? Whoop. Okay, well, with them locked into place, it's very hard for them to fall out, which my daughter has already mentioned is one of her favorite things about it. What else do you like about it?
Where you can open the windows and open the doors.
Oh, that the windows and doors open and close?
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, that actually becomes part of the exterior challenge side. But she likes having the doors that she can open and shut. And she's having fun. She likes that they lock into place. And she's been just having big fun telling stories with it. When she's not throwing them on the ground. So that's this. If you are interested in finding this for yourself, I've got a link down below in the description to Timberdoodle's page where you can find this. I just love Timberdoodle. I love their shipping. I love everything about you guys. If you follow my page at all, you know that I'm a big supporter of their curriculum programs. And yeah, so I would go for it. My daughter also is over the moon because they graciously also surprisingly sent us this book called If I Were in Charge of Christmas. It's a little book about, like, with a kid saying what they would do if they were in charge of Christmas and describing the story of Christmas and how God does it correctly the whole time, every time. Anybody who knows my daughter, even a smidge, is going to crack up laughing and know exactly why my daughter is now obsessed with this. Clock Girl over here, I regret that I didn't get her initial reaction, but she flipped as soon as she saw that Big Ben was in this book. So therefore, because Big Ben is in this book, it's now the best book in the world, right?
Right.
She's easy to please, my little clock girl. But it's a pretty cute book. I would say 5 years old. It's probably at the higher end of age range that I would do for this. Maybe a bit older if you want them to be able to read it for themselves. It's a little repetitive, but it's actually really, really cute. And we will enjoy this quite a bit, and we are grateful that Timberdoodle decided to send it. That's all that we have for you guys. Again, check the description down below for the link to buy if you want to look at this further on Timberdoodle and get further details. And like and subscribe for updates. I will be doing more Christmas idea posts, reviews soon. And so just stay tuned. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.